A 30 degrees 60 degrees set square has its 8 mm long hypotenuse in the vertical plane and inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal plane. The surface is inclined at 45 degrees to the vertical plane. Draw the projections of the set square. So set square means what the form of the set square. So generally it is a triangular shape. In the triangular shape, what the information given for the construction of the plane, two sides angle. One side edge is 30 degrees making, other side is 60 degrees, and one of the side, that is the longest side in the set square, also given 8 mm. So with this one we are able to construct perfectly a set square to represent, that is a triangle, and conditions given. The longest side, which is the hypotenuse, in the VP. In the VP mean the resting condition has been given. Since it is a VP resting, we have to initiate for the VP projection. Previous all the problems, the most of the cases we are getting the resting condition HP. So that's why the more problems we discussed so far also HP resting. So we are initiated the top view. But whenever the condition given in the VP, front view to be initiated first. So after that, edge resting, hypotenuse is nothing but the edge. Edge resting means edge to be drawn perpendicular. The primary view you have to complete with the respective other side. What other side given? The edge rest which is making inclined at 30 degrees to the horizontal plane. The surface is inclined at 45 degrees to the VP. Draw the projections of the set square. So now you are just outlined. So you have to view to be started from the front view. Since edge to be drawn perpendicular. So based on that one, so let me try the solution. Just draw the XY reference line as usual in the earlier cases. After that, since it is given edge is resting in VP, so VP projection, that is the front view to be drawn. So edge resting means edge to be drawn perpendicular. Already we have discussed so many problems like that one. So just measure, it is of hypotenuse 8 mm. So just simply draw the 80 mm of line length, the perpendicular to the X line. So now the primary edge we have constructed. So after that you have to construct the set square. So what is the set square? So further information has been given. It is of 30 degrees and 60 degrees. So whenever the angular measurement, just take the protractor and place at the one end, and the angular direction we need is the 30 degrees. So measure 30 degrees here. This is the one angular direction. Other end we are having the 60 degrees. So just place the protractor on other end and measure the angle of inclination of the 60 degrees in this direction. So now by drawing the respective lines, so that automatically it intercepts an area of the required thing. So for that one, let's check here. This is the 60 degrees angular line. The length has been not given. So that is the direction of 60 degrees. On other side, it is the 30 degrees of this is of 30 degrees line. So now by drawing these grid lines, those lines itself intercepted an area of required line. As we finish it, the set square, as a earlier case, please try to identify the every corner by proper labeling. Since it is the front view, your superscript dash, A dash, B dash, and C dash. So the respective top view to be drawn by considering the same concept, front view, top view in the same line. So take your mini drafter with the help of the 2H pencil. So draw the project lines onto the other end. So now identify. So what the condition? The edge is in VP. The top view is the details of the vertical plane. Clearly they mentioned the edge is in VP means there is no infinite distance. It should be aligned at the primary condition along the line. So now this corner represent both the points. Since C is visible, VA is invisible, mentioned in the bracket, and this is the B, and this is the length of the side top. Now whenever we are having both the angles, so which angle to represent it first? HP angle or VP angle? So for that one, already at the beginning of the session I told you have to just sequence you have to follow, which is the latest one, that to be moved, that is to be position. So now primarily first we drawn, secondly we drawn this one. So which is the latest one? The top view is the latest one. So top view has to be shifted, mean top is the details of the vertical plane. So now observe the vertical plane details from the problem. So what the vertical plane details it has given? So it is the 45 degrees to the VP. Edge is in VP and it should be make 45 degrees to the VP. So in the next stage, you have to satisfy that condition. Edge resting mean you have to take the 2 points reference. So you have to just locate in the new location. Just I am pointing. So this is of C in the brackets A with the direction of angle, so which is of 45 degrees. Again just take the protractor with the angle direction. Since it is a 45 degrees, the surface is making. Place the protractor at the proper point and measure the angle of 45 degrees. Along this 45 degrees, so what is the length to be drawn? So you have to here dimensionally there is no change. So that's why you have to just measure the length here, the same length to be transferred there. The 1, 2, 3, 3.6 I am getting. Here I am getting the 3.6. Along the angular direction, so the length should be taken as 3.6. 1, 2, 3. Here is the. So now observe here. This is a C. What is the point B? This is the B point. So once you are getting that point, the respective other view to be run. Front view, top view always in the same line. So based on that concept, just check once again every time you are drafter, so that then only you can continue the proper neat drawings. So now just move here by drawing the projector line, here, and along the lines where to be located. So for that one you have to take the cross reference from the previous view. So before that one I am checking again there is any disturbance in the rafter. So now move the rafter from every point, just transfer by drawing the projector lines. So after that one, identify the respective points. How the points to be identified? You just take the cross reference by intersecting the respective projector lines. A dash and A. So where they are getting intersected, so that is a new A dash. Again B and B dash, where they are getting, that is the B dash. Again C and C dash, you are getting the new C dash. So once you are getting the point, all the points can be connected by joining in the same sequence with the straight edges with the help of the scale. So A to B, it can be connected. Next similarly B to C, again C to A. Now up to the one stage we are getting. So edges in VP, which surface is making 45 degrees with the vertical plane. But as per the problem condition, the edge in VP has to make 30 degrees to the HP. Is the edge making 30 degrees to the HP? Edge resting is CA. This hypotenuse represents the CA, which is perpendicular. But as per the problem condition, I need it should be made 30 degrees. So for that one, again you have to change the reference line to represent the 30 degrees inclination. So whenever the angular measurement, just simply take the protractor and locate the any somewhere point. I need 30 degrees reference line first. Just place the protractor at the reference point you are considered and just draw the 30 degrees reference line. Here is the 30 degrees reference. Along the 30 degrees line, just take a reference line first. So this reference line we are considering, so which is making 30 degrees to the horizontal. On this one, we have to shift as it is by taking this edge to be made 30 degrees. So that means let I am rotating like this one. When I am rotating like that, A will be moved that side, C will be comes down. In the same logical step, you have to move such that the C is somewhere you can locate. So which represent a C dash. Measure the length. The length there is no change. Why? Because we drawn properly as a parallel the same 80 mm length. I can just measure the 80 mm length here from the point. This is the end is A dash. Now B dash to be located. Here we drawn as the same as the standard angle what has been given in the problem. But once you are making inclination, all the distance will be get disturbed. All the dimensions, since it is disturbed, we cannot use the standard angles as per the problem. You have to just construct simply what you are getting, that actually has to be shifted. So for that one, when we are having a common point, the compass is the very better instrument. So take the compass, measure the distance from A to B. The same, where is the A point? Here is the A point. We can just draw the arc. Okay, cannot see that impression. Just I am taking that impression off here. Next with the same, measure the distance from the end C. So measure the distance C to B with the again C as the center. I have to draw the arc such that both will be intersect. So now just I am drawing the impression line. The same arc will be extended here, and here the other intersection. The common intersection point what you are getting is the P dash. So once I am getting, I can just simply connect by drawing the straight lines. C to B, again B to E. So now as really the same thing are able to represent such that it makes the whatever the edge resting makes 30 degrees with the horizontal plane. So with this a new location, the corresponding top view to be finished. So how the top view to be finished? Every time the same concept we are repeatedly out to use the front view, top view always in the same line. So based on that concept, just take the mini drafter. So before that one, you can just ensure it is aligned properly. So then from every point, so just simply draw the projector lines. Projector lines, please everything take care. Every time I'm taking just cautiously, I'm telling use 2H pencil. Even you are using the 2H pencil, applying the pressure, it makes a dark impression. Our things to be, these need not to be dominate our solution. So please every time draw very light lines only. So after that, along this location where the points to be identified. So for that one, take the cross reference. The cross reference from the previous view to be drawn. So where the corresponding points are get intersection. So that points to be located. Then let assume here the point A and A. Where you are getting that we can as a corresponding A point. Again the B location where I am getting the B point. Again C and C where I am getting the C point. So that's why please labeling will be always cares you such that you can avoid any confusion or any mistake. So that's why the learning from initial onwards itself, the properly to be labeled, the same correspondingly transferred so that in the critical condition you can identify properly. So once you are identifying all the points properly, the same thing take the scale, join all of them in the same sequence. The same sequence means A to B, next B to C, again C to E. Now these are the final. So final is cross check whether that meets the condition of the problem or not. So what the problem has been given, say set square of 30 degrees 60 degrees, the longest hypertenuse of 80 mm in VP. The longest hypertenuse, so which is in VP, inclines 30 degrees with HP. The same hypertenuse inclines 30 degrees with HP. The surface is inclines 45 degrees to the vertical plane. Since it is a 45 degrees, we drawn everything parallel to this one. Automatically the surface also making 45 degrees inclination. So which is the solution designed as per the problem? Edge resting, hypertenuse resting in VP makes 30 degrees and surface making 45 degrees with the VP. So one thing we are missed here, so that is the dimensioning part. So once you are finished in the dimensioning part, so entire problem will be completed. So dimensioning carefully you have to draw with the help of extension line properly drawn and by showing the dimension what has been given. So now since the hypotenuse of the longest side given it is of 80 mm, to show the 80 mm length, the remaining angles already shown. So this is the solution for given problem. So whenever the inclination both the planes, observe the resting condition. Based on resting condition you have to move for the right solution.